Greetings.
Everybody.
Forgot who I was, where I was. But then I remembered, oh my gosh, I'm on the show. Greetings, everybody. You see, this is what happens when you take a break. This is what happens when you take a break. So I've not been on for a few weeks. I wasn't well. And then, and I'm sure you can relate, even though you might not admit it, when the cup is empty, not an in it, it dry. And guess what? We still think we can pour. And the realization that, who's that? Is that Rem?
No, it's not.
I still heard.
It's Carolyn.
Oh, hello, sweetie.
She tried to sneak in a little bit, but she's there.
That's what we like. We like those people that sneak in. The cup was empty, guys. The cup was empty. And unfortunately for you, it is now filled back up. And I am, don't worry, guys, I'm going to burst into song, shades of reggae, Sunday, Lee Drummond and co. Kerry, absolutely. Still, the voice is still in recovery, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's awesome. Anyway, as always, we have a super packed show. 1st of March, we are back with the Simply Together show. My co-host, the lovely Cecile in the house. Give it up. And as always, and actually, if I do a little recap, I don't think anybody's been on the show as many times as this young lady, Veronica E. Nobody's been on the show as many times as, yes, my dear. Yes, nobody's been on the show as many times as you have. We will be talking to Veronica E a little bit later on. But as you can see, there's a young man who I met a few years ago, and Cecile is going to be having a conversation with him. As always, we say share, always important information. So over to you, Cecile.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So I've got this young man here. His name is Soji. He has been an absolute warrior for the Simply D's. Every week he was down at the hub, wasn't he? Always coming to help us down at the hub. He's one of our champions. So today you're going to tell us a little bit about you. So you do photography, you do poetry, you do youth work, you do creative writing, amongst many things. So tell us a bit about you. Tell me about you.
I feel like my friends, the ones that have known me for a long time, they would call me a warrior because what's happened in my life. But I just say I'm me and I just live life and spread positivity. That's one thing I feel that's important to do in this lifetime, especially for young people. Spread positivity and help your community as well. That's why I do the youth work.
Definitely.
Always there to help the community.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's gone on in your life?
I've had quite a few operations, I'd say, like over 10. So in the short space of like a few years. So that kind of made me grow up quick and understand life quick. So I'm not like the standard 26-year-old, or I wasn't like the standard 13-year-old you would meet. I'd always be out of the box, which I like anyway. I don't want to be in the box of everyone. I've always wanted to be out of the box.
And you've had many operations. Has that now come to an end? Are you feeling much healthier?
Yeah, I'm feeling much healthier, but I still can't play sports as much as I'd like to anymore, just in case something happens.
Yeah.
But I still do, even though I shouldn't really. I'll still kick a football if I see one.
Okay. Was that where you was going to go, when you was younger? Was football something that you wanted to continue with and, I don't know, maybe go and play professionally?
For Arsenal, yeah.
Really?
I want to say...
Any other teams out there? Only Arsenal?
Arsenal's the best team in North London. That's the best team.
Okay.
But I feel like near enough every young person I've met who loves football as much as I did, I'd say. I still do, but can't watch it every week. I don't have time to watch it every week. But I feel like everyone wanted to play football at one point or become a footballer just because of the money. And I thought, oh, I didn't really want to do football. I wanted to become a journalist at one point because I've always loved English. English language and literature were my two favourite subjects in secondary school.
So you do creative writing, you do poetry, you do all of those things. So tell me a bit about that then. When did you start writing?
Wow. When I was in year 3, and to give you the year, that must have been 2003. So when I was in primary school, I always used to like writing. My dad was a DJ and he had so many vinyls, and my mum would play music in the car, drop me off to school. So I was hearing music everywhere I went, like jazz music, blues, Motown. So that's what I grew up listening to.
Okay.
So anytime I talk to people, when I say, I used to listen to UK rap because I'm an older brother, so I would listen to UK rap more than American hip hop. So I love UK rap a lot, a lot. Some of it anyway, I should say. But
And
then,
sorry, go on.
Then UK, American, like hip hop, which is mostly American. Like, I was supposed to say American hip hop because, but I like hip hop. Don't get twisted. But there's always certain things. I've always listened to lyrics more than the beat. I've been doing that from very young. Because there's certain songs that I wasn't able to rap along to or sing along to, or I had to change the lyrics halfway through.
Okay.
Just in case my mom heard me, it'd be like, huh? No.
So does that kind of feed into the stuff that you write?
No, I don't think so. I feel my life, what I've been through, the operations, was helped me write my poetry, or things or what I appreciate.
Okay. And did you?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, so when you were having your operations, when you was going through that time, was writing helping you to kind of stay, I don't know, focused or sane, really?
Yes and no. Yes, because you're expressing yourself and it's kind of getting off your chest. No, because life was moving so fast. And I was like a 13-year-old kid and then getting told, you're going to go through this. And it's like, what? I can't be a teenager. What? I just want to have fun with my friends, chill with my friends.
Yeah.
And it's near summer as well. So it's like, so I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Difficult time for you?
Yeah, very. I think about it now. And I think about where I started and where I'm at now and what I'm doing. And the journey, the in-between the journey isn't beautiful, but the outcome's the beautiful thing. I'm still here, I'm still breathing. I can still spread positive vibes to my friends. And my friends that know what I've been through to the T are like, that was hard. That was harder for them, I think, seeing their friend with all the tubes and whatnot. Because I had a best friend at the time, big up Millie, because she was there from the very start. She was my best friend for like 14 to 16 years. And that's crazy to think about because my age as well. And she was there from the very start. And I always tell her, I'll message her here and there saying, I really appreciate you for what I've been through. And she's like, of course, you would have done the same. It's like, I would have done the same, but I don't know how I would feel if someone else would go through that, because I would never wish that. Not even my worst enemy if I have one. Because it's not nice.
No, and it's quite often it's harder for those who are around you than you that's going through it yourself sometimes. When people are in hospital and they're really not well, family and friends find it so difficult. But you would have been there if that was her. I've only known you 100%. For a few months. I know you would have been there anyway if that was somebody 100%. Else.
100%. That was my best friend for such a long time. And I still talk to her today. So we still talk. It's not like we're not friends. We still talk. And she's doing well. I'm doing well. And that's the main thing.
Yeah.
As long as she's doing well and she's healthy, I can be happy and I can still carry on and pursue what I want to do in life.
So what do you want to do then? What does Soji want?
Just want to help my community, literally. I want to help my community, whether that's Luton, going back to London, or going to Harpenden where I went primary school, going here. I just want to help young people, let them really express themselves, because it's not easy. Not many young people will speak up about what they're going through or what they have been going through, especially when it comes to mental health as well. So
Yeah.
I really care for people's mental health.
So let me just say, so I don't know if you're reading the messages. They're just all really. So Nikkei has put positive vibes. D, obviously, who is a supporter of yours, as we all are. You're a young person's champion, and just a major supporter of Simply D's events. You are absolutely amazing young man, so inspirational.
Thank you.
That is you. Like I said, I've only known you for a few months, but what I see is somebody who's there, who is supporting his community.
Yeah.
So tell us about your mental health journey.
My mental health journey. Okay, so in 2018, I got diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. And I remember I was like, wait, I was just like, okay, so how do I come across? That's the question I was asking. Like, so what do I do to not have this? Obviously, that's the wrong way to come across it. But I was like, what do I do so this can't happen again? Or what can I do?
Yeah.
I went for therapy for a bit and I stopped going. And I kind of just like, I need to do something. And during that time, 2018, I think that's the time I met D as well.
Okay.
So it was during summer, the start of summer, I got diagnosed with the severe depression and anxiety. Then later on during the month, I think it was October, maybe, Auntie Joyce message came up to me, oh, can you do photos for my International Women's Day? I was like, yeah. And then D was there, came up to me after the event was done and was like, oh, so what do you do? What are you doing here? Like, what's a young person? What are you doing here? What do you do? I was like, oh, I'm a poet. I like youth work, photography. Then she was like, yeah, take down my email, but make sure you can keep in contact, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. And I can still hear a voice in my head saying it to this day. I'm like, yeah, okay. So as soon as I got home, I was like, yeah, I'm the one. I'm the guy that had a camera. Then ever since then, yeah, I feel like just taking a step back and viewing what's going wrong and what I'm not doing that's right for my health or my mental health. Let me take a step back and view everything and then tackle that. And then, yeah, I'm here. As like I said, I'm here. I'm doing quite a bit.
Dee's just messaged to say, yes, she did say that. She did. And I can hear her. I mean, I wasn't even there, but I can hear her saying it to you.
Yeah.
I can just imagine.
And she got me to recite a poem as well. She's like, yeah, do one of your... It was either Dee or Lauren that's like, oh, do a poem. I'm like, okay.
So did your poetry help you through that time as well?
Yes, a lot. I was able to write a lot of poems.
Okay. So there's a workshop coming up, is there, that you need to tell us about?
Is. There's a workshop on the 19th of March at the
Okay.
Amina Centre in LU3. Flyers are going to be posted out everywhere, but me and 3 other change makers, which are part of UK Youth, the Diana Awards and the Postcode Lottery, I believe, are all working on a workshop for young black males and females to discuss mental health, express mental health, and let's do something. Let's tackle this, because it's not being spoken about enough.
Yeah.
So you can learn photography by me. You also learn poetry by me, and then also you learn creative writing from my amazing friend Lara, who's very talented in what she does.
So the date of that is the 19th of March.
Yes.
19th of March. And where is it?
Amina Centre.
Amina Centre. Okay, so those details will come out in the flyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The flyer's already out. It's on Instagram, change.bmh.
So if you, oh yeah, it's on the bottom. It's going across on the bottom anyway. But also, if you post one of those flyers in the Simply D's Facebook page, we can then share that and get that out there, so that we can get it. It needs to be well attended. You know, it's really important, isn't it, for Black people specifically to have that voice and be able to speak about their mental health and what they need. Yeah. So okay. So what do you need from us other than just sharing it? What do you need?
Me, I don't know how to answer that question because I'm always the one that's asking people like, what can I do to help you? So when people ask me that, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know because all of you have helped me out so much anyways. From the hub, even past the hub, even before the hub, during everything, all of you have helped me loads. Brought me lots of laughter, joy, happiness. So I can't really say anything, can I?
But you have done that as well. You have supported us in any kind of event that we've got. You've supported us down the hub. Dee has just put there that we love you, because we do. Because I know it's difficult to answer what you need from us, but we will be there for whatever it is. And even if you can't think of something for us to do, we will be sharing it, getting it out there, because you do that for us as well. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Shelley's put that we love you and miss our chats in the market. So that's every single week. Every week you used to go down there.
Oh no.
So yeah,
it's weird. Because sometimes when I go there to get some food, it's just so I'm like, no. I'm like, oh.
Okay, so what I'll do is stick around because we've got another guest coming on now. Don't disappear. But we will definitely be getting that out there and sharing that for you, and getting people in. Oh, here she comes. See, the love.
Yeah.
People don't know, and everything that Soji said is just so true. It was probably about 3 years ago that we met, and I was kind of like, who are you? What's your name? And he told me all of this. I goes, you better stay in touch. I did. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. I did. He's not lying. And, obviously, so much has happened, and we did. And when they say the rest is history, it kind of is. But just letting all of those who are currently watching now, and please share with your friends, what a truly, truly amazing young man that we have been fortunate to have met, who he will say all these wonderful things about us and doesn't realise the impact that he has had on our lives. I miss him so much. Every Saturday down the hub, at some stage, knock, this young man rocked up, and even in the week he was there, and we've had various different events and what have you. And do you know what? As a young person, he's got plenty of other things he could be doing. He really has. And for a young person to literally, religiously show up, and I mean show up, and tell his friends, what do you mean? Don't you know Dee Bailey? Don't you know about the hub? Get yourselves down there. You need to get yourselves down there. And he did. So when he's sort of saying, and he's just so humble, and you can see that. And it's like, I don't know, what do I need? But don't worry, guys, I'm going to drill it out of him. I am. And what was going to say, is this just for young people? This event?
It's 18 to 25.
I can still squeeze in, no problem.
Yeah, of course.
What day is the 19th of March? What day is that?
Saturday, I believe.
Okay. We'll talk. And if there's anything, apart from just sharing, which is what Cecile said, apart from sharing and what have you, that we can do, we're there. Okay. Right.
Definitely.
Guys, this is a short show. And so with that, I don't even know how to sort of introduce our next guest. When we say sister, she truly, truly is a sister. And oh my gosh, what a journey, what a ride we have had, Sister V. What a journey, what a ride. Only those who walk certain walk, but you will know that we've had a journey, and it is absolutely incredible, awesome. I am so blessed and grateful to have met you. I know time is short, so we're going to kind of dive in. There's people out there, I know her, she does. I know her, she does. Yeah, well, if you think you know her, she does more than you think she does. Trust me, she really does. So welcome, the wonderful Veronica E. V.
Hi. Hello.
Greetings, sister. Greetings.
Hello.
I don't even know where to start with you. I think probably Shelley will have coming up sort of scrolling, and then even the scrolling, you're thinking that can't, what? Your resume is humongous, darling, humongous. So for those that are kind of new to the show, for those that think they know you, but then they always find out something different, I need you to give us I don't know how you're going to condense it, girlfriend, but just give us a little something about you. And then I know we're going to sort of talk about something you've got coming up this weekend as well. So.
Okay, where do I start? Okay, so I was born in Jamaica. I came to Britain in 1963. As a toddler, I was sent to the UK to be raised by a family member. I went to school here. I worked, got married, had a family, went back to study as a mature student, did a degree in biological sciences and biotech. And to be honest, all the jobs, I suppose, or the roles I've had have been support roles, whether it be teaching, whether it be working in the labs, putting samples in analyzers and so on. And now here I am, a grandma, my family all grown, and I now work for myself. Went through all the, working in education, working in different capacities, restorative justice, work closely with Bedfordshire Police to support victims of crime. So I describe myself as a very skilled helper because what I've done, a lot of my roles, as I said, have been helping individuals in different capacities, young people, mature people, in education, out of education, in community. And then in 2016, I was in a unit with young people, and someone said, I'm putting on a showcase and I need some poets. I need some people. Now, unbeknownst to that person, I've been writing stuff all my life. Poetry, stories, little sketches. And I said, yes, I do. And lo and behold, 2016, there I was on stages, put it that way, went from one stage to another stage, London, Northampton, different places, sharing my work, and met Dee in 2013, I believe. That's when I met you through a friend. And we both became redundant in the same year. You had some loss, yeah. And we kind of started a journey, didn't even know where we were going. Post-redundancy was like, right, what do we do now kind of thing? Well, there's a business thing going on down there. Let's go. Do you remember that? I think we went to
It was at Woburn, wasn't it?
at Woburn. Yeah, it was a business
Yeah.
expo or something. You know what we were doing, but we just thought, well, we need to be there wherever the business stuff's going on. That's where we need to be because we got to start our own businesses. So that was it. And so much has happened. I mean, so many opportunities have come my way. And in 2020, meeting online during the pandemic with some fabulous ladies from fabulous people via D, put the idea out that a book should be written. We should do something to capture and to crystallize. I like to use the word crystallize. See, back to the science. What we was doing and the I suppose the benefits that we were getting. Let's try and capture that. So in 2020, a book was done. Yes, Life in a Lockdown 2020 Behind Closed Doors. And I believe there's a sequel. There's a book 2, I believe.
Yes. I believe, yes.
I believe there's a book 2. I have my signed copy. And I think I just want to continue inspiring women in particular, because sometimes I find that we put ourselves on the back burner. We put our skills, our talents, our hopes and dreams to one side because we support everybody. We support everyone. And some of the things that we may have done in our youth, we've put to one side. Maybe we used to sing, we used to sew, we used to dance, we used to whatever it was, but we've left that behind. And sometimes we've believed some of these narratives. Well, you're too old. You're Black. You're a woman. You're not educated enough. And we don't feel that we can kind of surmount some of those barriers that we've actually set up for ourselves. And I'm a living witness that actually you can do those things. You can pursue your dreams, and some of the things that you thought had gone, the opportunities that had gone or being denied you can actually do some stuff. And I'm just blessed to be surrounded by some fantastic people. Soji, what a lovely young prince. What a lovely young man. With pure motives and a love for people and young people. And yeah, I like Soji, right? Okay, so this weekend, and another thing, when I started going on stages to share my work, my writings, my poetry, etc., what some of you don't know is that in the past, way back in my very young days, I used to sing, and I have done backing vocals for a couple of big names as part of a group. And I did do some work as an extra in a movie way back. That movie is called Ragtime. I think I was 19 at the time. And to be honest, I was part of a group. We were a choir that was kind of co-opted in to be in a crowd scene where Moses Gunn, who was one of the stars of that film, was the kind of main character. And our role was to start the singing. So we were dotted around in this crowd scene and we had to start the singing. There was some singing that went on and we had to start the singing. And that was fantastic. Then, life happens, children, and so on, working to pay the bills. All of those dreams just went, right? And lo and behold, 2020, I was invited to take part in a theatre show by Jeanette Barrett. Jeanette Barrett, a playwright from Birmingham. I mean, she's much, much more than a playwright. I mean, just recently, it's in the public domain. She has been awarded the Books for Peace 2022 International Special Award. She's an amazing woman, an amazing playwright. And the play that's going to be performed this Sunday, the 6th of March in Birmingham at the Blue Orange Theatre is called The Number 88. And it is a snapshot from Jeanette's own personal experience, from her own life. And that is the year, the number 88 is that significant year for her. And my role in the play, I play a character called Hortensia. So some of you who are going to be coming along, and I've got a co-star here, Justina, Just Star Misdemeanor. is one of the role actors as well. So, and we've worked together before. Justina, we played prison guards in Janetti's last play. I was a prison guard. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you're going to be in or not?
I'd rather not.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Rather
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
But Hortensia, I'm just going to put it out there. Hortensia is not nice.
Ooh.
Hortensia is not a nice person. So I'd be playing her.
So is that how is that for you? Because you are
I
nice.
like it. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. So I'm going to be playing this bad woman.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Let me just put a bit of accent with it. I'm playing a bad woman.
Ooh, ouch. Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
We need to find out. I know there's 2 shows. There was one initially, and then I think, was it the theatre that sort of said, like, we want another one? I mean, as in like another show. So you've got 2 shows on Sunday.
Yes, because originally there was just going to be one performance at 3 p.m. And the theatre, they liked the script, and Janetti sent out a message to us that they loved the script. They're asking for a second performance on the day.
Oh my God.
So we've got a 3 o'clock and a 5:30 performance. And guess what? The 3 o'clock sold out in a flash. Yeah. Can I just say, I don't even know whether there's any tickets left for the second one now.
I know. I caught up with Janetti very briefly yesterday, and at that stage, there's something like 10 guys. That was yesterday. So I don't know today.
So the likelihood is that the tickets are all gone, all the seats. And I'm so excited because she writes so well, and they're singing in it as well. There's bits of singing. So it's not a musical. Yeah. This play is not musical, but it's described as lyrical theatre. Okay, so there's some singing in it, but it's not all singing, and and it's not flowery. It's not that, right? So it's quite punchy, and it's adult theme, so not for the kids.
Yeah, this one. I need to sort of like hook up with Janetti to see sort of like how is she going to bring that? Is she going to tour with it at all? There's 2 shows going to be in Birmingham. Is that going to go anywhere else? Who knows? But we will certainly be able to pass that information on. You were going to say something, V, sorry.
Yes. No, I was going to say that her other shows have been asked for as well. Her other previous plays. And this troupe is quite special. Let's see. I've heard a rumor about film.
You know what? Guys, excuse me. I know you're speaking, Veronica V, but for those that are watching, isn't it a case of like, when you get a guest on and it's like they want to say something, but they can't say something and they're kind of teasing you? I do feel, V, that is what you're doing to me, which is absolutely fabulous because you're doing it very well. You're doing it really, you're doing it really well. Janetti Barrett. Let's just give it up to Janetti. I know she's not here. I know she's working. If Justina can jump on for just 1 second, because we are going to need to be kind of rounding this up, and then let's bring back on the lovely Soji V. So hang on a minute. So the own business, still doing spoken word. We're now acting. We're a co-author. I don't know. It's like, can we say how old you are? You're over a certain age. You're over a certain age. So what I'm trying to say is like...
Yes, you can say it. You can say it.
Yeah. So this young lady is 61. Am I right? Yes. I was thinking like maybe she's not quite 61. Yeah, 61. So not that life never, because you told us about your life. But when do you think you kind of like, when they say like come into your own, when people are sort of saying like, oh my gosh, I've hit 50 and it's all over. What are you saying to them, V? What are you saying?
I say it's over if you want it to be. I say it's over if you want it to be over. You want to roll over and get fluffy slippers and do whatever you want to do. That's fine. But if there's something that you'd like to do, you have a desire to do something, and you think, oh, people are going to comment, or people are going to criticize me, or people are going to view me in a different light, so be it. Do it with bells on.
Trust.
Do it.
Because otherwise you wouldn't do anything, would you?
Exactly.
If you always, you know, it's like, what's so-and-so going to think? What? And who cares?
Do it.
What if this is just something that's been in you and just bursting to get out? And you know what? I think, you know what you sort of said about doing the spoken word with soul food poetry.
Yes, soul food poetry.
I don't know. You just got a little taste of that. You were gone, weren't you?
Yeah. I thought, well, okay. So I did the first show with my knees knocking, by the way, guys. So it wasn't as if I went up there all, ha, ha, ha. I was terrified, right? And I was supposed to be third on the bill for the very first show.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Second,
brought it forward.
All of a sudden now I'm number 2 to go on stage. And it's like, help me, Lord, help me.
Sing it, sister, sing it.
It was that, the nerves. But once I got out there and got going, and the audience kind of resonated, you know, the audience
I was there.
what I was
there.
delivering.
It was wicked.
And the feedback was awesome. And it was just like, oh, I can do this. Yes. I haven't embarrassed myself. I can do it. So that's it. Do it.
Not at all. So we're going to wrap the, if Shelley can bring back on co-host and Soji, how would and what would you say, because you're leaving your final words now for the guys out there. We've talked about the play, which is potentially sold out, but we've shared that information kind of out there. But I'm talking about from you, Veronica E. What do you want to share with the guys? Just to next week, Tuesday, by the way, is International Women's Day. You know, you sort of said particularly you sort of like focus on the women. What would you like to share with us before you leave today?
Okay, so next week, the 8th, is International Women's Day, isn't it? And the theme is break the bias, right? Break the bias. So in other words, let's start dismantling some of the bias. Some of the bias around, well, you're seeing someone doing something and you're saying to yourself, well, she shouldn't be doing that. She should be at home knitting. Don't be biased. That person is living their life. That person is implementing their choices, right? And all I want to say is, it doesn't matter where you've come from, the background that you've had, because some of us have had traumatic childhoods, right? Some of us have had that. And sadly, for some of us, it held us back for a long time. It impacted on our mental health, our relationships, our productivity. But I think if you need to talk some of that stuff through with a trained therapist, then do it. Get help. Talk to someone. Because a lot of the time, especially in our communities, right, we tend to keep it very quiet and we keep a lot of stuff in and we don't share and we don't talk. And we try and deal with it on our own, but we're dealing with it from a place of brokenness. We're not 100% our authentic selves, and we're not, I suppose, living at our full potential, and we're living under our privileges, right? So I'd just like to say to anyone listening out there today, if there are issues and things that are still troubling you from yesteryear, seek out some help. All right, that's it.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Ree. Thank you so much. I'm surprised you've been on the show so many times. I really am. I don't know why. So much. And there's still so much. And we've packed that in. We've literally packed that in. So you know we're finishing up, guys. You can see a young lady that's just popped up on the screen. One of the Simply Together anchors, shall I say, who is actually in the show. Janetti's play on Sunday, and the wonderful Justa. Greetings, sister.
Yo. I didn't want to come on because it looked like this, but what you two just said made me think, let me come on.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Seriously,
Thank you guys for being real, and it is what it is.
What would you like to, is there anything that you would like to sort of like share with anyone before you go? I know it's like a hi and a bye.
Well, yeah, it's obviously, as you know, you supported me the other day. It's been a mad week. I'm so tired. Can you hear my voice? Like, I'm so tired, but still here for Simply D's events, still here for the play, and still feel people's pain. And yeah, just, I don't know. Yeah, it was a great speech, wasn't it? Thanks for letting me have the mic. Sorry. Check us out at the play though, and like, I like the idea of going on tour. I'm down. I think we do good on tour. It'll be fun.
Thank you so much for popping on, Justa. Cecile, over to you. We have that young man still here with us. We're so blessed. Soji, you know we love you. You know we love you. Do you know what? Afterwards, he'll be like, Dee, what do you reckon? What do you think? We will speak later. But Soji, just tell us about the 19th of March, just as we wrap up now, if that's okay.
Me and 3 other change makers, Tarek, Lara, and Crown, are working on a social action project. So we're going to be running a workshop so young black males and females can talk about, not only young black males, you don't have to be black, it can be any race, but mainly for young black males and females, so you can discuss and express your mental health through photography, poetry, or creative writing, anyhow. And there's free food as well, so
I'm not.
What time do you want me?
No, you're too old.
We're there.
I'm 22 next week.
I've just missed it. I've just missed the age.
The older ones can go.
Yeah, so it's going to be free food, so that'll always bring people along, yeah.
Yes, we'll be there.
That sounds wicked. Sorry, can I just quickly say, Soji, because when I was listening to you speak, and I've spoke to you on the phone through D before, I don't know if you remember, what you're doing is amazing, and I'm all for the arts and for helping young people and the mental health, so salute, applaud, everything. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
And if I can help, I'll help. I know some free food.
Fabulous. I think because we are coming to an end, and the only thing that we can sort of like say as we are ending, there is no Real Talk show today, guys. Oh, what a shame. That's because we are back next week, Tuesday, on the 8th of March, and we will have those that are appearing, so speaking, those that are exhibiting or playing a part in our International Women's Day event on the 12th of March. For those of you that don't know, this is the deal breaker. You know, there's always a deal breaker, right? The deal breaker for the 12th of March is we have oh my gosh, an international, she's going, really? An international host. She is in the room currently right now. Give it up, guys. Give it up. Drum roll and all the rest that goes with that. We have the lovely Cecile Terrelong is going to be hosting. Woo! And she is going to be co-hosting, get this, with her daughter, the lovely Remy. And that is going to be absolutely off the hook. So, Cecile, how are you feeling? It's only 10 days away, as they say. How are you feeling?
I was fine till you just did all of that.
It's
going
all
to
right.
be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. You need to get your tickets. Get your tickets. It's £5 investment. That's all it is. Get your tickets.
For something that is way more.
Yeah. There's going to be so much there.
Yeah,
so much.
We've got some awesome speakers. We have performers. We have exhibitors. We have, obviously, there's food. Soji, there's food. I know your event's free food, Soji, so let's just make it clear. People pay for the food at the International Women's Day. But you are going to, actually, just as we're ending, it is going to be incredible. We're going to be doing, obviously, lots more lives and God knows whatever before the actual day. But V, you came to the very first international, well, it's not the very first, but the first one for you back in, I think it, was it 2014?
2013. 2013, I think.
Was it 2013?
Yes.
2013. And can you tell the guys what you came away with and what you went and told your husband?
Well, I was struggling working in the corporate. I was struggling, right? Being employed and some of the stuff that was going on there. And I went to International Women's Day and I saw women up on the stage speaking about how they had taken bold action to create the life they wanted. I.e., one woman had said she had packed up her job, she had young kids, and had pursued her dream for a business. And I thought to myself, hang on, V, you're intelligent. You've got skills and expertise that people would pay for. You better start your own business and stop allowing these people to take advantage of you. And I went home and I said to my husband, you know what, hon? I'm starting a business. And he looked at me like, where did that come from? I said, I'm starting a business. And that was it. I'd already made up my mind. And I manifested it. And he was frightened. Literally. Because he's self-employed, right? And as you know, sometimes with self-employment, money comes in, money's there, money's not there. And my role, my job was the stable. Yeah, that money in the bank, ka-ching, every month, same date. And now I'm going home and saying, I'm starting a business. Yeah. So can you imagine? It's like, two of us. But here I am today, guys. You haven't seen me outside any cash point sitting there with a sign saying hungry and homeless, have you? Have you? No. There we go.
And that is the mic drop.
Boom.
Literally,
Is there a little 5-minute, 10-minute slot for this young lady?
To V,
not you.
She doesn't know it. She doesn't know it. I spoke to her earlier on. I said, I do need to talk to you about something else, but I'm not going to speak to her. She knows. She knows already. She knows already.
All right. Okay, I'm down. All right, I'm down.
Yes.
The thing is, you're there. You're telling us how you went to that one 2013, 2014.
It was
went home and a whole different, rejuvenated V.
Yeah.
You need to share that. You need to share that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. I thought if these women are bold enough and they got young kids, my kids are big old crusties. And she's doing it. I'm thinking, I said,
for real. So I do believe that we have Shelley, the producer. Get yourself on here, Shell. Shelley, the producer, part of the management team. Look at her. She's there. So whilst you guys are thinking like, they're not so clever. We ain't clever. We got our Shell. Or it's just but it's our Shell today. Shell's a producer. Let's not forget her, guys. As always,
tech savvy Shell.
Awesome work. We have got so much coming up in the next couple of weeks, guys. Please, if you haven't already, the Saturday, the 9th of April, OMG, the G. There is going to be 2 books launched, right? 2. Yes, live inner and out of lockdown. You are all invited. A VIP event. A VIP event. You'll be hearing more about it, but we have got to go now. So from everybody here, I do believe Justa is going to be reaching International Women's Day and is going to be delivering something absolutely off the. So for you that are watching out there, and even if you're not watching, when we say share, honestly, you've just had a few little nuggets today. You really have, just a few. There is so much more, and we are going to be sharing and supporting. These books are in the Keach Hospice. They are in L&D Hospital. These books are out there. They're out there at the Ollie Foundation. We're doing some awesome, amazing stuff. Anyway, we are out of here today, and we will see you all really soon. So, guys, let's say goodbye to everybody. See ya.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Thanks for having me.
I'll catch up with you later.